why not just my game doesn't work, but no saved previous version of my game also no longer works. Hi. Okay, that was an easy fix compared to what I went through today. Where do I even begin? I've been on such a high. I went to my first game developer conference right here in the Philippines. It was awesome. I spent a whole day editing a video, which I hope you watched my yesterday video showcasing the event because we had such a good time. I wanted to put in a little extra effort, and then having been away from my game for a whole day, I open it up and it doesn't open up. And it's like, okay, let's try that again and again and again. And I've just been through this nightmare of 2 hours of trying to figure out why not just my game doesn't work, but no saved previous version of my game also no longer works. And it's not just that it doesn't work, that it does something and then it breaks. No, as soon as I click on it, Unreal Engine disappears. Like, that's it, it's gone. And I was watching Shalacade. I was watching his live stream yesterday, and he was talking about how we used to have to go to Stack Overflow. I remember Stack Overflow, you know, from my first attempts of learning a little bit of code. And at these days we use AI, and this is one of those cases where if it wasn't for Gemini, I would never ever have figured this out. Like, I would not know what to do here or where even to begin, because all I remembered was there was a plugin, there's a sale in the Fab store. The only thing I did yesterday was download that plugin, so all blame in my mind went to downloading that plugin, because that's the only thing I did different. It was working on Sunday. I don't even know I can't talk you through 2 hours of every step I did with Gemini. So I'm just going to give you the short answer, which is part of the reason why I try and post updates on my channel as often as I do, because you just bump into things that are incredibly frustrating, and then you try and see if someone else bumped into it. So it would be very helpful if people post the stuff that they bump into, that they get stuck on in making video games, in making 2D games, in making 2D games in Unreal Engine. And so this is my contribution. The thing that was broken was not Unreal Engine, because you can go to the Epic Game Launcher and then verify where it says launch, but you use the arrow, you can verify, and then it goes through any files, sees if it can find corrupted files, reinstalls everything. There was none of that. I thought it was my current version of the game, but as I mentioned, it was actually all of the older versions as well. Gemini had me go through all sorts of terminal steps and whatnot that I kept saying, like, I don't understand terminal, and then it would find alternatives, and eventually we came to the console. In the console, you can also look for crash reports on the apps that you've been using just now. So we found the crash report, and of course it was like so long, pages and pages and pages of stuff. No idea what it means. So I just copied it all and I said, here's the report. I just found it, but I don't understand it. And I dropped it in, and like 1 second, it's like, this is the problem. The problem is with the binaries. The problem is that it's looking for a particular DBL file that no longer exists on your Mac that has something to do with Rosetta, and we're going to have to take that out. So it gave me some steps in terminal, like copy and paste this in, look for this one in your folder, delete that file, delete this file over here. It was literally like 4 steps. Reboot your computer, make sure it doesn't want to open the older version, and my game came back to life. I mean, it's like 2 hours of just these thoughts creeping in of like, if all my saved versions are also corrupted, am I going to have to rebuild everything that I've done for the past year? Well, at least I have the art assets. At least I now have the knowledge how to do it. I need a sip of water, because that's a lot of work, just even thinking about it. This would have been the 3rd time that I attempt to make a game, and because of some corrupted file or hard drive issue, I'd lose everything. Keep your Unreal Engine up to date. Make sure you have backups, even if the backups fail. And just stiff upper lip, stay calm, grind through it. You'll get out on the other side.